Hello, Tracy here. Today I thought I'd share with you how I made these little accordion fold medallions. They're really easy to make, and you can use your scraps of cardstock or your pattern paper, and we all know us crafters, us paper crafters, sure have a lot of scraps of paper. And you can use these on your mini books, on your cards, and you can change the insides here. You can even just put a letter on here, and you can even make a banner to spell out Boo or Halloween or whatever you want. And the sizes change depending on your dimensions. See, here's this one here is quite big, and then this one here I made it a little bit smaller. So let's get started. So this is what you're going to need. We're going to make this size here, and I'm going to do it the same. I'm going to have just a straight edge here, and then I'm going to use a border punch to do the inside of the second piece of paper. But you can have a border punch on the outside. You can have them both straight. It doesn't matter, whatever you want to use. But I'll give you the dimensions for this one, and then you play around with it on your own and see what you come up with. So these two strips, the background strips, you need 2 of these cut at 1.5 inches by 12 inches. And then these smaller pieces, you need 2 of these, the inside pieces, and they are to be cut at 12 inches by 1. Now, because I'm going to use a border strip on mine, like I'm going to have to cut some out of here, I'm going to use this is at 1.25 inches. And then for the decorative piece inside, the embellishment, I used my scallop circle punch. And then I cut 2. You're going to need 1 for the front to layer, and you're going to need 1 for the back. And these are 1 3/8. And then this size here, I'm going to layer that on top of there. This size was 1.25. And then I just punched out a little spider. Is you take all 4 of your pieces and you have to score them at 1/2 inch increments. And for me, this Martha Stewart scoring tool is so good. You can use your scoring blade on your cutter, and I do have one, but for some reason it just doesn't like me. I either score it too deep and cut the paper, or else I just don't get nice, straight, crisp score lines. So this works for me. So you go all the way across on all your pieces. Now I'm thinking what I should have done was I should have kept these at 3 inch and then scored it all the way down and then cut it in half, and then I wouldn't have to it would save me half the scoring. And if you're going to leave this straight, I would score this now, but I'm going to put a decorative border on mine, and I noticed that I should cut the decorative border out and then score it, because it leaves a little ridge and it's hard to get in that little narrow slot here where the paper is supposed to be, and it keeps getting caught in here. Plus, I don't know about you, but with these border punches, you have to have pretty good paper to put through here. If your paper's too thin, it wants to eat it up and it rips it up. So I don't know, that might be just my working, or maybe they have a flaw in their design. So I'm going to do the border punches first, and I'll be back. And then I did the border punch on the smaller piece, and then again we have to score it every 1/2 inch all the way to the end. Okay, now that all 4 pieces are scored every 1/2 inch, what I like to do is, because you don't have to do 2 layers, like I said. In this one here, I only did the 1 layer, but it's easier to work with the 2 layers if they're attached, I found. So they're both scored, and your glue is just to hold it in place for you. So you don't need like a really strong adhesive, just enough for it to hold while you're doing this. Because once it's folded and all glued together, it's not going to move anywhere. So this glue is just like a placeholder. I shouldn't be doing this on my scoring board. It's going to be full of glue, but what's new? I don't know how many times I've had to wipe it off because I do this. So you just want to put the bottom edges together as close as you can. Again, they don't have to be perfect. And then you have to accordion fold them. So you just like when you were younger and you made a fan, you know, go back and forth all the way till you get to the end. And then you want to add your second piece on here. Now what I like to do is I like to stick my second piece underneath here. I don't want to put it on top because then you're going to have this little flap here. I like to stick it underneath. And for this you do want a little bit better glue than what I use to attach the bottom and the top, just because it's you want it to stay put for good. So, and this tape runner is good enough. You can use the red sticky strip if you want, but this is good enough like that. And then you just continue with your fold. You see how it's stuck in here? So you're not going to notice it as much. And then you just continue all the way with your accordion fold, just like you did when you were a little kid and you made those little fans. And because they were scored, both pieces were scored, it's nice and crisp. And then you have to put these two together, and again, you want your edge tucked underneath one of your folds. You see what I mean? You want it underneath. Use a little bit better glue again. And attach it. So you made a circle. And then you're going to take one of your circles, and this is going to be for the underneath of it. Now, I tried to use a glue gun, like the hot glue gun for this, but it dried too fast, because I need a little bit of time anyway to work with it. So I'm just using, here, I'll put this on a different piece of paper here. I'm just using the Aleene's original tacky glue. I know others have used the quick drying glue. I forget the name of it. And I went to go pick one of those up today. I went to Michael's and I didn't have a coupon, but I'm like, oh, I'll just pick one up. Well, it was $10.99 for this little thing of glue, and I thought, that's crazy. I'll wait till I have a coupon. So you wanna, it's a little bit, you gotta play with it a little bit here. So you have your circle, and your bottom part you want in. So you just kind of push it down. And see, you make your circle. And this is why you need time to play with it. Once it's on here, try to get it as centered as you can. And you kind of want them to be, if you put your finger in the middle, it kind of goes evenly. But with this glue, because it's a little bit longer to take to dry, I usually put something on top of it just to give it some weight as it's drying, because I don't want to hold my finger on it for 5 minutes. So we'll move on to the next part. Okay, now what I like to do is I want to ink the edges of the scallop circle here. And so I like to use, for the black, I like to use this Brilliance Moonlight White. And it just gives it like a little softer look to it. And then you know what, I'm going to do that with the purple one too. Ink all the way around there. And that one goes on top of there. And then I'll use the walnut stain for the white one here. I guess it's gray, it's not white. And then what I did was I used, where's my little pen here? My glue pen here to attach my little spider. This is punched out from one of the Martha Stewart punches. Just put ink on it, or sorry, just put some glue on it. Add it to the side there. And then I just took one of my black markers. Oh, I can't find my skinny one. I just used it. Oh, here it is, sorry. Took one of my black skinnies and then did the web. I layered my embellishment. And then to put this onto the flower, I guess it's a scallop circle. It's not a flower, it's Halloween. You're not supposed to have things all pretty on Halloween. I want to put it on a pop dot just to raise it a bit. And center it as good as I can. And I said that I have the glue bottle on here to keep it weighed down so it'll stick. But while that's doing on this side, I can put hot glue on the embellishment and then put it on, and that'll also help hold it. Try to center that there. And get rid of all those little things. And the back is still, yeah, that's a little bit more centered. Now the back is still not dry all the way, so it wants to curl a little bit. So I'll just hold this here until it dries. And there's the purple one with the black. Oh, I like that one. They're all a little different. I like all of them actually. But I'm planning on doing some home decor, and I figured some Halloween decorations in the house, and I figured I can use these for that. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this. Hope you understood it. If you have any questions, just write me a note and I'll try to answer you. And if you make any of these yourself, I'd love to see the link. I'd like to see how yours turned out. Thanks for joining me. Bye now.